Okay, this one's just a quick video. This one's heading up to Queensland to a good mate of mine actually, and just wanted to give it a quick check. It's actually not my radio, so more the reason I wanted to just check it out. Has been here for quite a while, and another mate of mine dropped it off some time back with a TS50 of his, and he's a little bit like me, a little bit of a collector, and probably didn't use this so much. Probably used the TS50 a bit. He's a bit active on HF, not so much 6 meters, but interesting. That I think this one might be a JA version. Now on the TS60s, that doesn't really mean a heck of a lot because they still do the same sort of coverage, etc., that you want to do, and the diode matrix. From what I was reading, looks like you can pretty much turn it into whatever you want. But the noticeable thing was, I noticed that. So I just actually, while we're here, let's take that receive down because we're putting a bit into it there. Oh, it's a bit grindy, and I'm going to set it at about 0.5 a microvolt. Right on 0.5 there, minus 113 dBm, 0.5. Have a look at the receiver on this thing. I mean, at minus 113 dBm, that's still receiving that beautifully. I've got the audio turned down. You're not hearing any tone coming off my machine over there. That is purely the radio, as you can see. How solid is that? And I'd go as far to say that I probably can take that down. 0.3 just started to get a bit of noise, you know, but at 0.5, man, that is solid. If I could get it to adjust. Close enough. Yeah, they are really top receivers on these things. Excuse me. And let's get rid of that annoying noise. The TS60 was all mode, so FM, AM, sideband, CW, etc. Was pretty much a clone of the TS50 as far as, you know, its operations and what it did. Obviously a few differences, and the fact one was HF, one was VHF. But its menu functions and everything like that were pretty much the same. How you could just sort of run through, etc., and this is the thing on this one. I noticed that the either one of two things I think that has happened is that it either has been converted to sorry, not converted, it's a JA version, even though it's funny, I still had it coming up on, where was it, here, but what was interesting was when you adjusted that power level there, like so here and here, 10 watts is 10 watts, 50 watts was probably not quite 50, it's probably, come to think of it, is pretty much the same as 100. Actually, there wasn't whatever the power was, it was pretty much the same as 100. Then you went to 100, but I just don't know enough about the TS60s. It's been a long time since I've played with these, and you know, as you can see, hang on, if I just go into, I'll get out of the menu again, right there, okay, sideband, etc. Still getting loads of power out of it, 1 2 3 4 5 1 2, but it's definitely sort of under 50 watts there from what I could see. And the other thing that people sometimes did back in the day, I suppose, is sometimes whip back the ALC, and the reason they do that sometimes is they're running in, they do want, you know, 40 to 50 watts to suit their amps and to do things like that. So anyway, fortunately, where this is going, he is a brilliant technician, and because I said to him, I said, look, I don't want to send this up to you, you know, sort of until I've explained what I'm seeing here. And he said, don't worry about it, easy. I said, yeah, no worries. I haven't had enough experience on TS60s, and because this is not my radio, although I won't pull the covers on it or anything and get ambitious and have a play, but I've got to say, the receiver on it is spectacular. They really are superb, and you know, I think once once you sort of have a bit of a play with one of these, you'd be pretty addicted to 50.110 and having a bit of a listen to the DX coming in, that's for sure. You're going to hear it on this thing. And it's funny, Steve, VK3OT, one of the pioneers of 6 meters, who's just, got so many world records, it's not funny with things he's done on 6 over the years. I remember him always saying to me that the Kenwoods, even older than this, were particularly good on 6 meters in the noise, with signals that they're in the noise. I'm trying to remember. Steve, I think, was very fond of the 6 series, like as in the 680s. I think it was the 680 or the 690 that really did perform next level. I don't think I ever discussed the TS60s with him, but pretty sure that he had some really superb results on the 680, I think it was. But Steve, you'll probably watch this video at some stage. You can put a comment in the comments file and just... but I know you had some major success with the Kenwoods in general. So I think they're a first choice radio for people looking to get into 6 meters for sure. And they're not a lot of money. I've got to be honest, it's funny, I've got a mate buying this and I've got a mate selling it, so it's one of those things where you're in the middle. But I was really pushing my mate on the selling side to drop it $100, and he wasn't keen. And I have a certain value in my mind that I think these things are worth. Fortunately, the chap that's buying it is a friend of mine, a VK4. He was okay at the price that was being asked, and I said I really would like to have got it. Anyway, a bit cheaper for you, but it wasn't terrible money, don't get me wrong. And look, there's original, has original mic, original books, etc. So yeah, look, and I think this is the bracket. It's funny, I'm looking at this bracket and I'm sort of wondering now. I'm going to send it up with it, but it's just a little bit wider, actually, just a tad. So I'm not sure it's the genuine bracket for it. I know it came in with it, but I'm not going to say 100% that it's the genuine bracket. It just didn't, that few millimeters aside, where you'll put some washers, I suppose, just didn't feel completely right to me. But still, looks like it'd work as a bracket. So hey, we won't say no to free brackets. Make it work. All right. Well, there you go. Look, great little radio. And look, this is really just a quick test just to show my VK4 mate just a little bit about it before it sort of heads off to him. And it's been busy with him today. We've sent him up a 910 as well, 910H. So yeah, it's I'm playing catch-up footy with being back on board from having a few weeks off, and nice to be back, I can tell you. It's nice to have a bit of energy again, and certainly there's a bit to do. We've got a bit of catch-up footy to play, no question. Alright guys, 73s, thanks for having a look at this little thing. Always love the Kenwoods, I think they're great. I've still got, well, up here I've got a TS60. We used our test radio just sitting up here. That looks good, doesn't it? 27355, good on you. We use it to listen on, by the way, guys. Yeah, it's not even connected to an antenna, straight to a dummy load, that one. But I don't know why we're using a TS50. That one's, now that is a JA version, that's right. That one up there came from a chap, it was Tanya, I think that one came from you guys, with Brenton up there, and it was a JA version. I actually haven't even, it's funny, I threw it up there, I haven't even done much with it yet to even check what that means, JA version. And oh, well, you know, I say that, and I look over here, oh, hang on, and this could be the one that came from Tanya, don't know, and Brendan and that, yeah, I don't know. So that would be a TS50 as well. We seem to have a few radios lying around that we don't know anything about. Alright, well, that being said, I know for a fact that one's mine. Whoops, that one's mine. His TS50 sold away a little bit back. And it's funny, I didn't sell my own, I sold his first. I'll look after your customers, eh? Anyway, alright guys, 73s, thanks very much. And you know who you are in VK4. This will be in the mail tomorrow. And get back to me on what the how to get the power up on these things. I really would be curious to know what they do, or you know, what the what the idea is, because certainly be interesting to know. Hello, 1 2, test 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 test. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Hello hello hello. Yeah, it's drawing about 10 or 12 amps. So actually, just yeah. Maybe my meter's out a bit. I don't know. Well, who knows? You know what? It's funny. I had a patch lead stuff up on me on a FT847 test the other day, yesterday, and I replaced it. But I'm actually going to replace all our lines that go through, because we go through up to Yaesu monitors, bird meters, over here, down to here. It's a mess at the moment. We need to throw away some Chinese leads, I think. I've normally got some good leads with Amphenol connectors, although that was the funny thing that happened yesterday. The lead that went crook on me had some good Amphenol connectors on it. It was actually the cable that was giving me trouble with. Don't know where we dug that up from, but anyway, it's all bits and pieces around this place, so you never know. All right, 7-3 guys, VK3 Charlie Mike, Tangam Malanga, Northeast Victoria. All the best.